I court. I'm laughing like.
All right, everyone, shut the fuck up. We're about to start the podcast.
Fuck that.
What's happening? It's Packy, you know it. Writing rhymes, but I need a drink. I'm a poet. Moe-T on the beat. E and J in the cup. If you staying on post, you ain't faded enough.
There's a lot of reverb on this track.
My people are staying cool, like 0 degrees, like they didn't stay in school.
Another bar.
But I don't know about a lot of you.
I haven't listened to this song in forever.
You faking, but you not a true player. I run my city like the mayor. No suit and tie bite me. Straight tube socks, high tops, white tees, Jordans, G-Shocks, Reeboks, and Nikes. I don't get high like a Mariah chorus, but I've been introduced to trees, yeah, metaphorist. Know what I'm saying, cuz? I got all the refs, you don't wanna play this game, cuz. I see your lips move, but you ain't saying shit.
What's up, SoundCloud? This is Kaylani. From first play to first play.
What is this?
Things first on SoundCloud.
This sounds terrible.
Now you.
Are you about to play something and I need to fade out of this?
I might be.
Easy money. That wax shit. It's about to be a surgical summer. Chop the tops off the coops.
Oh shit!
The 488.
Yeah.
The spider joint.
How you guys doing out there? This is episode number
19. You know we gotta cut the heads off these snakes, right?
We're really killing it.
We got another special guest in the building.
Watch the body
QTheBars.
QTheBizars.
It's a special occasion in hip hop.
Drug dealing
Well, we're actually dealing with hip hop.
We haven't seen beats like this since
heart about your pride. Even though you're multi, I see that your soul don't look alive. The M's count different when baby divides the pie. Wait, let's examine why your music for the past few years been angry and full.
Let's get right into it, guys.
Let's hop in it.
I'm not even gonna ask how you guys are doing.
Great.
We all know.
I don't give a fuck.
We all know what's on everybody's mind right now, and it's the Pusha Drake beef.
Beef.
Moe-T, let's start with you.
This will be good.
Where do you score? Where do you score it right now?
Where do I score it?
Is it out of 2 or is it out of 3?
So you asked me this earlier, where I'm scoring it right now.
Yes.
And I told you 1-1.
Yeah.
I take that back because technically it's 1-1. Like I think Drake scored in Duppy, and I think Pusha did the same in what is it?
The story of
Adidon.
a bunch of
Adenon. Yeah, something like
Adidon.
But Pusha was the latest one, and it's balls in Drake's court. So I gotta the edges to Pusha right now.
Correct.
Because if Drake didn't respond, it wouldn't be 1-1. Pusha would have won.
Right.
So 1.5 to 1 or 2 to 1, however you want to score it.
Do you count infrared, Mo?
You have to.
I don't think so.
I don't have to.
Why?
I don't.
Why?
Because I thought it was just like another.
That's what started it.
It started it. But when I'm scoring it, like if Drake wouldn't, I don't think Drake had to respond to infrared.
Well,
Not that I'm glad he did. And I think it was dope for him to respond. I don't think he had to, though. It would have just been another Pusha song that references Drake with the baby shit and like, not literally baby shit, but you know. And then the ghostwriting, which everyone has mentioned something about the ghostwriting.
I think you need to decide what the intent was.
Of who? Pusha? On infrared? I think he baited his ass.
Absolutely.
But that's why I have to count it.
Right. Well,
But he's been baiting him for years, and it hasn't affected Drake's.
This feels different in the sense that he baited him with the intent to immediately follow up.
But if Drake would have never responded, what would you have? Would you have even given infrared a second thought? You would have been like, "Oh, here's Pusha going at Drake again."
Then it's not a beef.
Right. That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
So I could see why.
So that's why, like, include it in the beef talk. But when I'm scoring it,
Yeah.
I'm not scoring infrared. I'm like, Pusha, you've done that before. But this time Drake responded.
Right.
So,
Because if Drake doesn't respond, then it is just another song.
Yeah.
So I see that. I understand.
That's why. That's why I say though the intent. Like
Because initially I was scoring
I'm
at
just
2,
like yeah.
but then now that makes sense that it was initially a song. Because if you don't respond, it's not a beef. You don't.
Yeah.
It's just a song.
yeah.
But
and it's a song that
Drake
been done
made it.
It's a
Drake
song
made
that
it a beat.
It's a song that's been done before by Pusha too.
right.
But you
So-
can't say Drake took like the first shot. Like you can't
No,
say
no.
that.
I'm not saying that at all.
But that's why I'm saying you need to count infrared
fine,
because there
fine.
needs to be a start.
I'm not mad at counting it. Whatever. Just like
Just to like any fucking
where do
contest
you
at all.
where do
Like,
you stand
there needs
with
to be a
it? We're
start.
talking about the wrong thing. Where do you stand with it right now?
Yeah, you fuck with it.
Whose side are you on?
Who do you fuck with, man?
I'm hype about this shit.
It's
I
tight.
like the Pusha side as of right now, but I feel like I need to know how we're scoring this because it's tough for me because Pusha on his the story of
Adnan.
Can we say A?
Yeah, the story 8. Story of 8.
The story.
Yeah, the story. That's
The
tight,
story.
that's tight.
So on the story,
The blackface.
Pusha literally approached this as a like news article, like literally doing his research on every single little like thing that he possibly. I've never heard a diss record that's like literally going into detail.
At least not in
on-
a while.
Not in a long fucking time.
Yeah.
And but that's why I would have to say as a song and a structured rap song, I feel like Drake did it better on his
Duppy.
yeah.
He usually does though. That's
Right.
his shit is making
Right.
even with the meat
So
shit.
if you're scoring based off of like
No, I'm score the beef.
Push Up for sure right now. Yeah.
Q.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know how you can't.
I know.
Like,
it's-
Yeah, but okay. Answer this then. Try to take out of the equation that Pusha was the last one.
yeah,
Try to take that out of the equation. Even did somebody win? And that's why I like to just score Duppy versus the story. Because Infrared was just something that sparked it. And Duppy was a dope ass response. And Pusha's response to that was super dope too. Which one of those two songs was better? Forget who was latest. Which one had the most effect? Like which one won the beef? If it was just
beef wise the story.
if you were just weighing those two, regardless of who went first or last, I know that's
The
hard to
story.
do
Beef-wise,
because the
it's
last
gotta
one
be the
always
story.
gets.
But I view it like you're playing a basketball game and the first shot's a 2-pointer.
But I'm trying to take that out of the equation.
No. But
Okay,
what
go
what
ahead.
I'm saying
I'll let
is
you
okay. So Infrared 2-pointer, Duppy 2-pointer, story
Okay.
3-pointer. So what happens now? Does Drake shoot a 2-pointer at this point, and then
Yeah.
like because that's the only way that I can view it at this point.
Duppy was definitely up from Infrared. Infrared was a free throw.
yeah.
Yeah, but he addressed and took it just enough further. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't go like over the top like Story did.
So okay, here's my opinion. And I feel like at this point in time, this might be an unpopular opinion. My personal taste, I like Duppy more than the story.
What do you mean you like it?
I like it because it just, to me, it was way more, it was not way more, it was more clever. It was more clever rap.
Yeah, that's what
Push's shit was literally like,
direct.
I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
I agree.
And which
why I
is dope.
said it.
Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love it. But as far as just me with my rap shit, I like Duppy a little better. That doesn't mean like Pusha's ahead right now. Drake
Yeah,
needs to do
beef wise.
something.
Yeah, for sure.
But I just personally like, but dude, Pusha, he killed it because he came at Drake hard in the song, obviously, like right at him. And then, bro, the artwork, this day and age with like the racially charged shit and also like the meme Instagram world, whatever, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, before I heard the song,
You were already like,
I was like, first of all, is this a real picture?
Right.
Like
How in
everybody
the-
else.
and
How
he,
in
and
the
he was
fuck
smart
does
by
that
coming out and
surface?
saying,
No idea.
And
Like
the only
with
thing he
all
said-
the Drake shit, like
like
the
you were saying
past
earlier,
like 7
how?
years.
Yeah.
How?
How? This shit just flies under
Hungry
the radar.
how?
Sway.
Radar?
yeah.
Like insane.
Yeah, that shit is nuts.
That is insane.
So props to Pusha for that.
That's
Absolutely.
insane.
That
I
was
still
'cause,
don't know
like,
how the fuck.
Bro, and that's another reason he's winning right now. Is before Drake could even come back with a diss or a record or whatever, he had to address this. He had to address Pusha's diss in a statement. because and all Pusha did was post a photo of Drake. He didn't go do some extra shit. Like, he just posted a photo that you took in your life.
Yeah.
And you had to come out and address it in a statement, not even in a rap, whatever.
I feel bad though for that situation because it's
don't.
Nah, fuck that.
I don't. That's
why?
smart.
No. I'm saying that like this day and age, like he has to address that beforehand, like because you know what everyone's thinking. This is beyond rap beef until he addresses that.
Right,
like,
right.
That shit is like racially charged, like type of shit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you can't just address that in a rap.
Okay,
beef.
but that
like, you can't
and
do
that's
that.
why, like, even though I had to get that out of the way, like, just my personal rap shit, I liked Duppy, the style of it better than I like Pusha shit. Okay, that aside, like, just getting into the beef, who's winning, who's whatever. Pusha's definitely ahead right now for those reasons. Like, Drake is having to address this shit outside of rap. And bro, if you're gonna beef and it's real beef, it's gonna go further than someone's ghostwriting for you or whatever. Like, and Pusha took it there finally.
Right.
Like, Drake it's gonna be really hard to beat him in music, in rap, in whatever, with just your surface level coming at the other person.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta do what Pusha did to beat him.
But Drake does the same thing though. Drake is getting beat in his own game because what Drake does is you have to win. Not only do you have to have a better song, but you have to win the court of public opinion.
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to, even with his Duppy freestyle, how he posted the invoice. That's when people are like, "Oh shit, Pusha's done."
Smart.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, you have to win the internet. And
Right.
Pusha came right out with like the fact that multiple people didn't, like myself, didn't have to listen to the song to be like, "Whoa, like this is a point."
And then he backed it up in the song.
And he backed up, and the picture goes back to like some infrared bars, which is extra dope. Like the
How
tap
so?
dance for Mammy.
Oh yeah.
I don't shuck and jive type
Yeah.
stuff. And bro, it's like flooring. That picture is insane.
Yeah,
it got pulled down off the original photographer's website because
Really?
you know Drake's doing damage control.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
got power like that.
Yeah.
But even as a alleged baby mama, her Instagram page is like very motherly,
Cleaned up,
like
just like Pusha said,
Joe's,
bro.
It's like homebody.
Well, that's what's crazy about it is, it's crazy that, and this is part of the reason Drake's been able to be so dominant, is who this day and age can keep a picture like that off the internet for so long.
Absolutely.
B, have a kid kept a secret. You're the most popular artist in the world, and you have a kid that nobody knows about. Like, apparently the in crowd in the music industry or whatever had an idea about it, but the general public didn't know. I had no idea.
Bro, I heard about it initially.
Did you?
Like, and it was like an alleged thing, but I guess somebody, like, she posted pictures of their text conversations about him asking to like terminate the child, and she's like,
Wow.
no,
Wow.
like, I'm not doing that. And he's like,
Yeah.
what? So
He's like, what? Baka?
exactly.
Yeah, I read
but it's
it.
funny because like I think there was an interview or something where she mentioned, or they were trying to figure out when it had to happen. It was like January 20th or 21st, and then in that song, what's that Drake joint? January 20th. That whole where he's like, got a baby in wait, and then wait, I got a baby on the place, ain't no baby on the way.
Yeah.
He's literally
What song
rapping
is
about that
that?
entire.
Okay.
That's in
Why can't I think of that? No, baby.
and I
wait.
forget.
Someone listening to the podcast
I
right
can't
now is
even
so
remember.
pissed because they know exactly what we're talking
It's
about.
on my playlist and I can't even think of
Damn.
it.
Yeah, no, but
Oh my God.
I had no idea. I had no idea that any of that was a thing. And like, so also the way Drake.
Wait, before we leave that,
I'm not really leaving it, but go ahead.
but I want to know your guys' opinion on this. So, okay, everyone finds out like for sure that he has a kid or like whatever. Is it like because we don't know if he's like this removed dad or anything like that, or like whatever. No one really knows what the situation is for sure.
No, but yeah, okay, continue.
But even if he's like removed or something like that, Drake's rich as fuck. I'm sure that he's 100% giving his fair share of like whatever the fuck the situation
she's
is
getting
going.
checks.
Yeah,
She's getting checks.
Monetarily.
so
Yeah.
right, okay. So what I was thinking though is it's like, at what point is it okay when you're Drake, like one of the top 5 most famous people in the universe, to literally just be like, I don't want to bring my kid up in that happenstance. Maybe he has plans to bring him into that life afterwards. Mm-hmm. Isn't that his right?
So, did you hear about all the Adidas stuff?
Yeah.
So, for those that don't know, like, this is all allegedly, because who knows? Like, Drake's new clothing line with Adidas is called Adenon or whatever.
Yeah.
And which is like named after his son, Adonis, apparently.
Yeah. And Adidas.
Right. And like, then it calls into the question of like, are you using your kid for commercial purposes? Because I think apparently the plan was allegedly to roll out this brand, like, and that will announce the kid and whatever, all this shit. So like it opens you up to allegations of, are you just using your kid to sell shit? Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, you have your side of, it's my kid. If I don't owe anyone anything to like announce him to the world.
Him. Like that's
I don't owe anything to announce him to the world. And if this is the way I want to do it, like,
and we don't even know if that was the plan.
But this is why Pusha is winning, is because just the fact that Pusha was the one that got this information out there and not Drake,
right,
is a huge win for Pusha.
Beef-wise, that's insane.
And then, because you even have the question of, did Pusha break? Because a lot of people are just on the surface level, they're like, oh, and like this kills Drake's like little rollout plan, whatever. Does it or does it help it? Like business wise, marketing wise, whatever.
It helps it,
right? But yeah, there is in the beef. The fact that you broke this news in the way you did and whatever,
ever be tied to Pusha T.
Yes.
What's hilarious is, I mean, anybody that knows that's tried to roll out anything big or small in their entire lives, you always think that deviating from the plan is worse than it actually is, as far as like, oh man, my shit got leaked or blah blah blah.
Right.
No, that shit probably just helped.
If it got more eyes and ears on it,
oh, guaranteed. And most of the time, it does.
Right.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Which all this we're talking about brings into question: Are they both behind this? Is this orchestrated?
I don't think so. Only because I don't think Drake would willingly give Push any free pub.
Yeah, and that like blackface shit.
Yeah, right.
Like
no, fuck that.
Drake would be insane to be like, yeah, and then next round you put that picture of me and here it is.
I'm gonna tell this photographer to put this shit back up, and you can use that shit.
Drake was like, check this out, bro. This would be great ammo for you.
I took this fresh out of high school.
Yeah, I don't think that happened, but yeah, that shit's crazy. But I bet Drake also doesn't want, if that is his son's name, everyone's gonna know his son because of Pusha T.
Yeah.
Like, forget the Adidas thing. It's like, oh, Adonis, Pusha T told me that's what the kid's name was.
And that's what's that's what's funny about the Pusha shit is I think a couple of the main things in Pusha T's diss were revealing that he's got this, baby mama that not many people knew about, and this kid that not many people knew about. And in reality, Drake, the hottest rapper, MC, artist in the world, basically, has a baby mama and a baby. Is at the end of the day, if that was just public knowledge and whatever, would that be a big surprise? No. But the fact that Pusha T broke the news in a diss, that is what's crazy. But he's not saying anything like crazy about Drake, that if anyone just gained this knowledge that they would be like, oh my gosh, I can't fuck with Drake anymore.
That's why he's winning the beef, though, is that like but we can, because the thing is, I view it as two separate things. Push is winning the beef, but like, how far can you go in a beef into someone's like, it's all fair in war? Like, is it all question. Just like,
well, that brings up the whole issue with 40.
Yeah.
No. But I'm saying a lot of this shit is all intertangled as far as like, okay, yeah, everyone can say, oh, big deal, Drake has a kid, and this is entertaining for all of us to find out through Pusha. if I was Drake and I was purposely trying to keep that like out of the limelight for whatever fucking reason it is,
Yeah.
I would be pissed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like that is
Yeah.
especially if it's for personal reasons.
That's
Yeah.
why he got him.
That's what he
but
said
that's
too.
But that's what I'm saying.
He's like, I
but
heard you were upset. I want to see what happens when you're angry.
but this is his kid.
I'm upset.
But
This is his kid.
But if it's your enemy, who gives a fuck?
But
Right.
that's what everyone's. But everyone's
Where
freaking
do-
out
where
about
do
the
you-
40. The 40
where
shit.
do you
To
guys
me,
stand
I'm
on
like,
that
I'm
shit?
putting that on the same fucking level.
I personally feel
Yeah, I want to hear your guys' opinion
in the rap
because I have an opinion on this.
yes, as you should. Mine, I think it's all fair. Do I think it was like low? Yes. That shit is rude.
Yes.
However, dude, this is music. It's music. It's rap beef. I've heard worse shit, man. Like it's funny because he said facts only. Like he was saying like facts in the beat, like or in the song, all facts. Everything he said is technically true, regardless of like if it's right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes when you're like, just because
What
you
the
can
full
do something
story-
doesn't mean
yeah,
you should
yeah.
do something.
Right.
Because, you know, it was deep and dirty and fucking wrong, but
That's
It's all
fucking
fake.
And it
hip-hop,
wasn't
dude.
even just, like
you
the way he
have
did
to
it too. It
fucking
wasn't
do
just
that.
like a one-off, like he had like multiple lines about
And it was dope.
and it was graphic.
It was dope.
Yeah.
Here's
It
the
was
thing:
really good.
if Drake
What-
doesn't want to get into it, don't fucking respond.
So you guys are
Like, that's
so you
it.
guys are both on the side of like, was it a low blow?
You
yeah, but
fucking
all's
you
fair.
fucking bowed into this shit as soon as you fucking in.
Right.
So the
you're saying
game's
all's
on.
fair.
Yep.
Yeah, the
There's-
game's
it's
on.
war. I think Anderson .Paak tweeted, like, there are no low blows when it's wartime. And I'm 100% with
But
that. It's,
if you're competing in something, like there are no rules in this fucking rap beef shit. So that's like being like, since there's no rules, like you have to just assume that everything is fair.
Yeah.
But
Broomy.
assuming that, you're just being like, if you think that that's not fair, you're literally just being like, all right, I'm gonna play basketball with you, but don't follow me too hard.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's it.
Okay, I totally agree with you guys. I'm on the same page, and I'm happy. I'm surprised because I've seen a lot of people like thinking that he took it too far, like
Yeah.
blah blah. But I will go a step further in. I think that's all fair. Whatever. Like you can't. It's really hard to pick and choose what you get offended by. Like, okay, if that is personal and offensive to you, a lot of shit that I'm sure you let fly is personal and offensive to somebody else.
Absolutely.
Like so if he's talking about 40 going through he's got this disease and whatever. And that is something that you can relate to and you're like, okay, he took it too far. Well,
Right.
how about like someone talking about drinking and driving is the same thing because that affects people personally.
Right.
Like you might have had a friend that died in a drunk driving accident, or all these rappers talking about I can't have a baby by this hoe, whatever. Well, what if you were affected by abortion in your life? Like
Right.
everyone's affected by something. I equate it to comedy. I hate when people get offended by comedy.
right.
Everything in a comedy sketch is offensive to somebody.
Absolutely.
I hate
can't-
when people get offended, period. It's like fucking man up, dude. Like these are words. Other than violence, I am just like, dude, people are so
But
soft
okay,
these days.
I want to
Like,
take.
get the fuck
I want to
outta
specifically
here.
look at the Pusha thing though, and my personal.
That's
opinion,
why I love this.
even though I think it's all fair or whatever. I thought the Pusha shit with 40 was whack. He didn't even like. Your friend is sick and dying.
No, I know.
Bro, Drake, that's a diss.
But-
what? Like,
but-
Pusha. What he needed to do if he wanted to go there was take it a step further and say like, what are you gonna do when 40's gone?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
40 like
that
is
could- that could've-
50% of your product
Right.
and whatever, but he didn't. He was just like 40 sick and dying.
that could have
And then how much time you got left?
that
Yeah, but he needed like, and maybe
Better delivery.
maybe he wanted to insinuate like, what are you gonna do when 40's
Right.
gone? But he needed to actually say it.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you need to finish off the line.
agreed. But this is still
Because
like
it came off just
this
like
is
your
still-
friend's sick and dying.
This is
diss, bro.
rap beef, rap battle type shit. So like even the corny, like when you hit it hard, like he went to private school. Like it's like, oh shit, he went to private school. Like
Yeah.
it's that type of
But
shit.
I don't
though.
equate those because like in the streets and in a 8-mile battle, he went to private school is in itself. Everyone know like that's everyone can take it to the next level. Not everyone can take the 40 shit. Like, not a lot of people know what 40 is to Drake's music and whatever. Like,
a lot of people do.
Yeah, but even me as a hip hop fan who knows that still wishes Push would have had one extra line to take it there. Like, if you listen to
No. I'm saying it could have been done better. I'm just saying I don't think that it's as absurd just because of what it is. Like, it's rap beef.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought
lines like that.
I thought it was
for.
I thought it was whack, not because he took it too far, just because I thought it was whack.
And you can say that as a lyricist, like, you can say it because you can see how it could be taken further. But just as a regular rap fan, watching 8 Mile, like, that's
the thing.
That's fine.
To everyone that says that took it too far, you'd be the same people that, if Pusha didn't go there, it didn't go to these lengths talking about Drake's personal life and getting very personal. Drake's the GOAT. No one can beat him. No one, blah, blah. When Pusha can, we're all sitting here saying Pusha's winning this beef right now. So, and Pusha's got this card in his hand, but he doesn't play it, and then he just loses.
Yeah.
No, play the card, dude.
Yo, he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck.
Good.
He said in this, like, if we all go to hell, it'd be worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is ready to
Bro,
go.
so what do you guys think about I'm pretty sure, I don't remember what Drake said in Duppy, but he said something that, like, made you think he had more in the tuck. Like,
oh yeah,
it's gonna be a cruel summer for you or something. Your demise will be televised.
Your demise will be televised.
Did he say it's gonna be a cruel summer for you?
Yeah.
Like, it made you think he had more. And then Push said, Volume 1.
Yeah.
Surgical Summer.
Yeah.
Are they gonna just go back and forth for a minute? If they do, I'm about to be.
I don't think so. I don't think. That's okay.
Why doesn't my chair lean back?
I don't know how much more Drake can put into this. Like, I don't know how, and I don't mean like in like how much he's capable of putting it, how much he's willing to, because how much he has a lot on the line right now, and he looks bad, man. Like, just for, like, I'm a Drake fan. I would say he makes great music. I'm definitely a Pusha fan too. He is just hard, but Drake will always win the better song battle.
What's the thing that makes Drake the worst looking to you based off of this shit?
Bro, okay. So his shots at Kanye weren't, I mean, they were at Kanye. That's what I'm saying. I had a Freudian slip because they were at Kanye.
Yeah.
Because it was like, he had it like, you're old.
No.
You're older than the guy who's paying you.
I'm just
Kanye
wondering.
got it worse than pushing.
So it was like, okay, it was a dope track. Like, and that's what Drake does, man. Like, even back to back, he'll make a hit record out of a diss song.
Yeah.
He ties his bars together so well too. Like, the schemes and the just wittiness of what he's saying, it just fits.
Yeah,
like, it just,
it's like
you listen to his bars and
it
it feels better than when you listen to someone else rap.
I agree for sure.
But Pusha, to me, was just super, like,
he was gutter, bro. He was gutter. He was
I'm just wondering though,
intentional with his shot, with his cuts, and like, first of all, the picture makes Drake look horrible. Horrible, like horrible. And then his explanation was not good, and it sounded like literally a group of people came together and put this together, and he wasn't even in the room. Literally, it sounds crazy. Then what Push says is like true. That's the thing. It's Drake has like expressed in his music all these feelings, how like identity crisis. He didn't know if he was black. Logic does the same shit. Like black, white. I'm not sure. And that's a real thing.
Right.
But so all the shit that Pusha was saying was just like gut check.
Yes.
Gut check. It wasn't like, yo, I rap better, make better songs. Pusha doesn't even do hooks. And he's said in interviews like that he can't do a hook. Yeah. He, like, for whatever reason, he can't make hooks. So he has other people do the hooks, or he'll do whatever. But he is like, he doesn't waste his words.
Yeah.
And he just like, he was cutting Drake. Drake was just kind of jabbing is what it felt like to me. But it was dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It was just like a shadow box session. And then Push said, take the gloves off.
Drake had as good of a diss record as you could have in 2018. And then Push took it back to the fucking 90s, 2000s, and didn't give a fuck anymore.
That's the thing. Pusha is not from streams. Pusha's not from, you know, you sell a bunch of records and shit. He's a street dude. And then he's from just like you rap. So
he's not from the social media.
So Drake has a tendency when he does these songs, which is very smart, just from like a business and just listening, like a fan perspective, he has a tendency to make his diss records hit records. Like that's the thing. Like he'll try to make it a smash so people are just singing it over and over. But without necessarily like the cut intention. Even with the Meek shit, he wasn't like cutting them. He was just kind of like,
bro,
clowning.
Pusha even went over the OJ beat, dude. Like he had it all tied
and
together,
that ties
bro.
to the first one, which is like
he had it all tied together.
He's thinking about this. He's thinking about this.
It's two formidable opponents right now, man.
And the timing is also what's making Drake look a little bad, in my opinion. Just because I have to go back to the Meek shit all the time. We waited 4 days. Where y'all at? So it's like, okay. So Infrared came out. How soon did Drake put out?
I want to say it was a
freestyle?
week. No, it was quicker. No, it was quicker
than
that. It was like 48 hours or something.
What day did he come up?
Drake
with that?
came out Friday.
No, Pusha.
Yeah, we got the internet.
I'll figure this out.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure Drake came out with that on a Thursday.
I thought it was pretty quick. I thought it was within 2 days.
Yeah.
And then Pusha comes back within like 24 hours.
Because Pusha must have released on Tuesday. And Drake came out Thursday night. And then Drake's statement didn't come till like last night.
I just looked up Pusha T Drake timeline and it starts me in 2010. Apparently this beef has been brewing.
Dude, he's been talking about him like the Birdman, Wayne, Drake.
This is saying same day. Pusha T,
same day,
May 25th. It would make sense Friday if it was a Friday because your drops albums.
It
on
was
Fridays
a Friday.
and shit. Yeah.
Wow.
But Drake's was probably just like later in the day. But what they say though is like, do you think Drake heard Infrared the same time we pressed play on Spotify? No, he probably heard it a couple days earlier.
Yeah, for sure.
But still,
right. Still, we can only go off
as far as what the public sees.
Exactly.
Same
That's
day.
all we can do is when we get it.
And then 4 days later. Pusha shit.
Okay.
According to this Vulture article.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that was, what date was Pusha's shit? That was May 29th. Today's the 31st. By the time people are hearing this, it will be Friday the 1st. So I would say if Drake doesn't respond within a week,
I think he's got 4 days.
Yeah.
He's got 4 days because we waited 4 days. Where y'all at?
Today's Thursday.
Today's Thursday.
Thursday.
Friday, if you're listening.
Friday would be a good day for him to drop.
Yeah.
I think he's dropping tomorrow.
Is Ye dropping tomorrow?
Bro, one thing.
When is Ye dropping? When's Ye's album supposed to drop?
I am done with fucking Kanye West.
Yo,
yeah, I'm sure.
I'm literally thinking about this as we're sitting at this table, and now I'm beginning to think this is all fucking plotted out.
Bro, and they're doing all this good music shit and Drake's album is dropping?
Yeah.
But the blackface, dude.
Yeah, but
I see him pushing it back.
Okay, here's the thing. The blackface thing kind of sets it
bad.
No. I think it's actually Drake knows that that's out there somewhere, and he found it like somewhere. Like he's not a dumbass.
Better to get it out and sell records.
And look at the day and age that we're in right now. Like if that comes out by somebody other than someone that he has control on or over or something like that.
But how could it get any worse than how Pusha T put it out?
If it benefits them both.
Right. Okay, monetarily it's helping.
We're in the middle of this beef. We have no idea how this is going to go.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I really hope it's not.
I can only go from my perspective.
And they're both saying that there's more.
If I hear another
that's
Drake
the
shit,
other thing.
It'll be cool. I will listen to it. But I am looking at him different. I'm looking at him like
if Drake's next shit is too fire, I'm about to be suspicious.
Here's the thing. Can we go back in the timeline of
this better not be good, Drake.
Can we go back in the timeline of our most favorite rap beefs? And has anybody said that Volume 1 or like
no.
I'm gonna make this all summer? Like no.
It was supposed to be one and done.
Well, and because they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know when the next response is going to be.
So you got to hit them.
There is, right.
Yeah. But the fact that they both
were just like, look out this summer. Like,
Pusha literally said volume 1.
Right, he said volume 1.
When was the last volume 1 you heard? And one mixtape?
I don't know, bro.
I haven't heard it in a rap beef ever.
For real.
Like, seriously.
Sean Carter. And that
Drake's
wasn't
next shit better not be too far. I'm pretty sure Kanye is supposed to drop June 1st.
Wow.
All right, you heard
Which
it
is
here
tomorrow.
first. This was fucking planned.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Do you think anything will be on Kanye's album
Yes.
about this?
Yes.
That's another thing. If it is, Kanye's album's dropping tomorrow, that means either whatever's, if there's anything about this beef on Kanye's album tomorrow, that means whatever it is was created within the last week or it was planned.
Right.
I think Kanye is the mastermind behind all this.
I definitely think
If
Kanye has the.
if
hands
this
on
is
the
some
picture.
if this is some fabricated fuck shit, then of course Kanye's behind it. I will say, as much as Kanye's a fucking dumbass, he's still got his producer shit. Because
Yeah.
Daytona's beats are
Yeah,
fire.
they are.
Bruh.
For sure.
Fire.
My goodness.
What is it? The games we play?
Yeah.
I think that might be my favorite
goodness.
joint.
That shit is the hottest.
Yeah. That's just fire. But yeah, Pusha's album was dope, honestly.
Yeah, it was.
And okay, we've talked about the beef long enough, I feel like. How do you guys feel about all these good music 7-track albums? Like it or not like it?
Love it.
I love it way more than like the Ray Shrimmer triple disc type
See,
shit.
that's why I love it, man. And I think I'm just more and more falling into the generation we're in. I genuinely, it's not just me talking as an artist, like I like the 7-track. I'm talking as a consumer, as a fan. 7 songs is
perfect.
great for me.
No,
Perfect.
7 songs
cool.
is awesome. Here's the thing. I get the argument. Like, I'm kind of like, we're all probably me so more so than you guys, but like I get it because I did at a certain point in time love sitting down with an album and being able to waste away like an hour and a
me
half,
too.
2 hours, like listening to it. There's too much music for me to do that now, man. Like seriously, there never used to be.
Well, that's what I
this
mean.
much
You got to
music.
be one of my like 5 favorite artists for me to sit down and listen to an hour and a half.
And ironically,
the
those
thing.
dudes don't put out music like that all the
No.
time. You know, because they know that
Right.
once they drop, they want you to sit down.
But
with it.
I feel like even my most favorite artist, dude, I wouldn't hate you if you just put out 7 songs.
I might love you,
yeah,
but
Like I would not. I would actually probably love it,
feel like
and I
Cole's
would
done
keep
that a
that
couple
shit
times.
over. Yeah, I think he has.
But Kendrick knew he's the
No.
extendo. But those are
That's
like
the thing. He's the artist. I
But
don't care what he
yeah,
has.
and I'll put the
Exactly.
time into it, and he
Yeah.
probably fucking knows that.
Right. Yeah.
God damn it!
And it only-
I got to get some new sound effects. That was my computer shutting down.
No, but I 7 songs to me is perfect. Like perfect.
I'm in the 7 to 10 range now going forward. Like,
yeah.
I still
Over 10 is too much.
Dude, 10, you better have an interlude or something
yeah.
on there.
I would yeah,
what I'm
10
saying?
yeah.
Real,
It-
For real.
real.
I would say if I'm really setting a maximum, it better not be more than 12. Like if I saw 12, I'm not tripping. If I see 13, I'm tripping.
Yo, it's like gas, bro.
Yes.
It's like it's just one.
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
It might not be
That's
that
how
big
they
of a
do it.
difference in
Yeah.
reality, but it's a difference.
In Walmart, that's why the shit's
Yep.
97
Yeah,
cents.
that's
Because it's
real.
like, oh, it's cheaper
Yep.
than Meyer, where it's 99.
That's real.
Goddamn.
Yep. Or it's even like when you're pumping your gas and you want to hit it exact,
Exactly.
and you're at like 31.99, and you're like, that's the 12 tracks, or that's the 11 tracks, and you better get that 32
And you better
exactly.
not.
But it goes over the one. You're like, that's too many. Fuck that.
Keep going.
Yep.
Fill it up.
Yeah, I'm with that. I see a lot of people hating on that, but I genuinely do like that.
I feel like it's the generation that you were.
Yeah. And bro,
brought up
if you're
in
if you're an artist that's like, man, fuck that, I want to do the full length album.
Do it.
Do 2 7-track projects,
Right.
and put them out a
and
month apart.
Space them out.
Yeah, because your shit's in one ear and out the other in a month.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Bro, I feel so bad with my music consumption these days. Like, I genuinely like an album, and it is legitimately in my rotation for a week and a half.
Yep.
It's fucked up, dude. Like, I loved KOD. I loved Post Malone's album. I'm on to new shit.
It already
It
feels
already
like
is
that was
done.
like-
It's messed
It feels
up.
like that was like a year.
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
It's
to me.
crazy.
Because it was hilarious because you said listen to Post Malone's album, and I fucking love that shit. And I played it for 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah. It used to take me 2 months to play an album out.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
And it makes me kind of sad.
No,
that shit is
that kind of makes me think like, then does that affect how you judge music? If you know, because
I'm sure.
Yes.
It's microwave kind of.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, that album was all right.
Yeah.
That album fucking sucks.
Yeah.
When before you would have spent some time with
That's
that.
the thing. How hard would it be to deem something these days a classic? Like in the past, you could be like, man, I had that in rotation for a year. That was a classic. This day and age, how long do you like? What is a recent classic album? I know it's hard to say. That's kind of like an oxymoron. Nothing's really a classic till it's sat out there for a while.
Right.
But is there anything in recent memory that you can think will be a classic eventually?
I mean, I go to artists
Yeah.
usually. I'm like, who's the most capable of making classics? I start with
Kendrick,
Kendrick. Yeah, exactly. I start with the top fucking
Yeah.
people.
The thing is, like, universally though, I don't think so, because there's too much.
But
Like,
that's what's messed up.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. I don't think universally people can agree enough as they did back in the day, because they didn't have much to choose
Like, dude,
from.
I'm a massive J. Cole fan. Forest Hills Drive to me is his best album. To me, classic album.
Yeah.
It will be, if it's not already.
Universally, though?
How much did I play it?
What
It's
makes
tough.
it
It's
classic?
tough for me to call it classic when I think about all the songs I use, like the albums I used to
Yeah,
listen
yeah.
to that I just had in rotation all the time, and it's kind of
It's a different day and age, but at least like there are albums in my head that I'm like, dude, I will never grow tired of playing those albums. It doesn't mean
Yeah,
that
that's true.
I don't play them all the time.
That's true.
It
If
means if
songs-
someone threw them on, I would be like,
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
That's real. That's real. If songs from that album come on,
Yeah.
you're not necessarily skipping them.
Right. Like, turn this shit off.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like,
Yeah, that's real.
But
I can get on board with that.
yeah, I think there's a different term. That's pretty, because but what I'm saying though is like how we talk about classic albums today, like Graduation, like Kanye albums.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't think anyone can have something like that, because there's too much to fucking choose from now.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
wow.
And the
Just
thing
in
is, like,
times.
not enough. Like, think about even. I think streaming ruined it, just because of the fact that how were you listening to all these things, and being able to conversate with people about them is, I heard this on the radio, I heard that on the radio,
Right.
and this is how we all know that it's dope.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It's
I
easy-
heard this playlist on Spotify.
It's
Well, I
easier
didn't.
to-
I heard this one.
Yeah.
I didn't. I heard
It's
this
easier
one.
to make and distribute and release music now too. So
Right.
it is easier to keep up with that. Like, dude, I'm hearing. Have you guys watched any of the Pusha T interviews while he's making his rounds?
I heard the Breakfast Club on the phone.
Okay.
And then I didn't watch Funk Flex because I just can't listen.
I watched
to it.
like half of them.
I watched a little bit of a Ebro one, and it's just crazy. You're thinking about Kanye and Pusha, like two staples in hip hop, and bro, it sounds like, from what I heard from Pusha, he brought Kanye an album. He was like, "I'm done. This is my album." It was like a full length album, whatever. And Kanye was like, "Yeah, okay, but let's go to Wyoming and redo it."
I'm gonna let you finish.
And
bro.
it's gonna
No,
be-
he listened
and,
to
and
it.
he was like, and it's
No,
gonna,
no,
and,
he
and,
listened to his album for like 2 days, and he came back to him, and he was like,
he was like,
I feel like I can do these
Yeah,
beats
he was
better.
like, I can do these beats better, and let's make it 7 songs. And I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure Ebro asked Pusha, like, when did you have this? And he finished. And I don't remember if he said like yesterday, but it was like a very recent, like, they got it done and they
Yep.
and they
The
distributed
next
it.
day.
Yeah, it
That's
was
what they
something-
said, the next
okay,
day.
Yeah, it was something crazy. And it's
because
like,
I remember
you would never hear, back in the day, it'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, I had this done 9 months ago.
Yeah, that's usually what-
whoever
Yeah.
it was, they were like, isn't this day and age great where you can just release music like whenever you want to, instead
Right.
of having to wait till Tuesday?
Yeah.
Like,
So there's pros and cons to the whole like music consumption thing. Yeah, it goes in and out of people's ears faster, but you
Right.
can make it faster. Like, they literally went and worked on shit for whatever it was, weeks or a month or something like that, and there they had Pusha T's album and it was done.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's
Dude,
doing the
Kanye's
rollout.
making everybody, and Kanye's not the, guy I'm trying to hype up right now, but he's making everybody's all the good music. He's producing all the good music projects, like 35 records. If he keeps up the type of production he had on Pusha T shit,
dude, listen,
he might be the GOAT
let
producer.
him. He can produce all day.
Yeah,
just shut the
leave
fuck
leave
up.
him as a producer.
God,
Yeah,
damn.
Because honestly, I'm gonna listen to his album, but
Let me know. what
but
that
I'm
is.
not looking forward to it like I used to look forward to Kanye. Like I'm not interested to hear what he has to say. I'm more listening, which I feel bad about as a human. I'm more listening to it to just like I feel like I should know what Kanye is talking about, like because it's probably some dumb shit, and I want to be aware of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like I'm looking forward to this Kanye.
right.
It is interesting because the Kanye we used to know was like a certain way, and now it's like I wonder what this will sound
Yeah.
like. So I get the intrigue.
Right. It's kind of like
I'm always
it's,
intrigued,
It's
though.
not to that level yet because he is such a good producer, but it's like I'll never stop listening to. Well, I don't want to say never because I'm probably damn close now, but I gave it a long run of listening to Eminem albums, even though I haven't really liked
I'm
his
done
recent
now.
shit. But it's,
I'm done.
But it's like I'm not looking like, oh, I can't wait for the M album. But when it's out, I'm just gonna, when I have a long drive, I'm gonna listen to it.
Gotta
And
peep
see,
it.
I want to be aware of.
No,
what it
no,
is.
I'm fucking. That shit is so fucking.
But I don't even want to get into it. Into an Eminem discussion. Are him
Get Eminem out of here.
are him and Nicki Minaj dating?
Dude, no, I don't think so.
I didn't hear.
hope
I didn't.
not.
I didn't even look
as
into
much
that
as he talks
shit.
about having a fucking microcurrent,
There is no way that
can't
is
have
happening.
that fucking thickness.
There's no way that is happening.
I didn't really even look into that.
No
shit.
fucking way.
Nah. I did just hear he did a story, or he did like a live little video about like a confessional or something. How I can't remember when it was, like
Oh, God, this
2007.
even
He was like
sounds whack.
he was like on tour.
Now who you
You like-
fooling with that whack shit?
Bars. He was like changing in a fucking dressing room. 50 Cent is like in the trailer across from him, but some famous dude is like watching him
Val
change.
Kilmer,
It was Val
actor.
Kilmer, yeah.
What the fuck?
So M takes his pants off and he looks up and sees Val Kilmer like looking at him. He's like, Val Kilmer.
He
saw
ends
me
the
naked.
the little vlog with like, so I'm positive Val Kilmer saw me naked,
Yeah,
and that was it.
random as fuck, but that's M, yo.
He's trying to thrive in
Dude,
the social media
M is
age.
funny
He's-
as fuck.
He's
but-
hilarious.
He is funny.
He's
yeah.
really funny.
That's
super
honestly
funny.
when you go back and listen to his old shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's. I don't want to say he's. This is an extreme, but he's almost more Lil Dicky than he is.
Yes.
A lot of other things. Like
Yeah.
he's genuinely funny.
Yeah.
In his raps.
He's just like,
And if you
fucking
don't think,
psycho
and
funny.
if well, that's the thing. If you don't think he's funny, then he's legitimately a sociopath.
yeah,
Bro, I was about to say, speaking of M, if you didn't get offended by the shit he said, oh my goodness.
Oh,
he
great
off
segue.
of Just
I want to real quick. I don't need to go in depth onto this,
Okay.
but this day and age, is everyone just a little bit like? There were front page news articles on Eminem and how crazy that he was, and
oh yeah.
everyone was
Yeah, it's
telling
not
him
like
to
that
get the
just
fuck
shit
out of
just
here.
flew under the
No,
radar
no,
and was okay.
But what I'm saying though is, and this might just be a product of social media. I have no fucking idea.
I think it is.
I get the fucking vibe that everyone has no idea how to fucking take a joke, how to fucking not be offended, how to not like literally just go about your day without caring about what other people think.
I would answer that with like, to an extent, yes. I think it's probably a little more similar to how it used to be than we think. It's just social media changed everything.
But
I
is social
equate it to,
media
like,
getting them more in the feels though?
Yeah, because everyone has a little bit of groupthink, I think.
You can share you can like express yourself to the world. You know what I'm saying? Online. And people use that as like their diary, you know? So they feel a power where you can like, I can say something and a bunch of people will react to it. People thrive off reaction.
Whether it's right or wrong.
Any kind.
Yeah.
Any kind. So even getting offended is like, oh. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
a bunch of, to the group thing point, a bunch of people are going to agree with me. I feel better that I'm offended by this. And then I can.
And then all of a sudden it's law. If you get like tons of people to agree with you, then everyone should agree.
Even
with
though a lot of those people, like, dude, you could run an experiment right now and you could post an article with a headline that says something, whatever, that would really make people think this was an egregious thing. and in the article it could really be explained that it's not, but everyone would get up in arms because they just saw some random little thing and didn't actually look into it at all and didn't really think for themselves. They just see everyone else getting upset about it, so they want to join the club.
But I guess that's why I asked. That's why I bring it up, is just because I always see this kind of stuff, like even the Eminem thing. Like there were tons of people that wanted to write articles about him and how bad he was and everything like that. Yeah. And it gained news for like probably the longest a month. Like
the old Eminem you're talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
No. It gained traction, but what I'm saying though is because social media wasn't a thing back in the day, it didn't gain as much. Like
I don't think it gained as much.
Get Eminem out of here and cancel everything that he's like about, global type of thing.
I think it gained. Yeah, I think
because think about it. Like if actually social media was a thing, and you could have been like, fuck whoever the fuck Eminem is like signed to, fuck all this shit, like tweeting at them, and then all of a sudden Eminem's off the label, not able to release music or anything like that because of some racial slur, some gay slur, some like whatever, then he's done. Then he only releases one project.
I think it gained traction back then through news outlets and like adult media,
not fans per se,
not fans, pop culture, young people, which is where social media thrives today, and young.
But you don't think
like
that
young
couldn't
adults
happen
and teenagers and stuff are the people that drive.
You don't think that couldn't happen today though?
No, he grew up in the perfect time. Because you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
I guess that's my only point is like if Eminem was releasing his first album today with Twitter and all that shit,
he wouldn't make it past the LP.
There's nothing. Do you guys not see anything wrong with that? That's fucked up.
Dude,
is it though?
Yes.
I don't think it is.
Why?
I don't think it's fucked up. I think it just is what it is. Like you think it's fucked up that a dude that constantly talks about raping and killing bitches and stuff like can't become popular this day and age or like wouldn't thrive? You think that's fucked up?
Yes.
Save that sound clip. I don't think that's fucked up at all.
Why?
Do I have to explain?
No, I see it as, this is what I'm getting from this side of the table in the middle here. It feels like it's like a freedom of speech type thing is what you're saying?
Yes.
Kind of.
But here's the thing.
It's like PC
it's not like you're writing news articles like trying to say that this is okay or anything like that. Like this is art. This is music. Like this is symbolism. This is like he's not actually out here doing any of this stuff. This is like hanging Edgar Allan Poe for the shit that he wrote or any book author that
I'm just saying everyone's entitled to their opinion. Like I'm not saying like strike him down by law or whatever. I'm saying if people aren't consuming it and people are against it, then it won't succeed. But I'm just saying more people will be against it this day and age because of social media and groupthink than there were back then.
But that's kind of fucked up to me.
But it is what it is. Like I don't think you can say it's in this specific example we're giving. I don't think you can say it's bad or good.
I think it's bad. I honestly think that it's bad.
I disagree. I agree with your general opinion of the groupthink and all those things that come along with social media on people not thinking for themselves and just one thing happens and people jump on the bandwagon of putting someone in a box and killing them over one thing. I think that's a problem.
But I don't think that's a product of this.
Okay, but we're talking about Eminem and would he be as successful this day and age as he was back then? And if the answer is no, and you think that's bad,
no, I'm not talking will he be more successful. I'm talking about would he just be kicked to the side, like literally be because of his what do you call it, content or whatever. He would
controversial content.
He would be lynched right the fuck away, and he would get the fuck out of here.
Well, I also wonder if he was in this day and age, would he make the same content?
Probably not. He'd probably do it once.
I mean, like, okay, think about the music.
But I think even that's a problem
he's making right now.
Yeah,
is he making that music? Why is he making that music?
Because he's off drugs.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay,
and he's a grown man, like
yeah,
with a grown daughter, like
you mature.
Yeah.
So
that's just like me being like, I've lost interest in like traveling in a tour van. Like,
You better not have.
I have.
Damn.
I'm just old.
Well,
Like, but that's
Looking for a
there's-
DJ this fall.
There is nothing wrong with that. That is just like maturing. That's the process of being like, okay, I'm done with that phase of my life and I'm on to something else. That's just the way that it is.
I think maybe Eminem isn't the greatest example for you to get your point across. Because
Why?
the most extreme.
Yeah, because
But I like that.
but I think I'm agreeing with your general point, but when your conclusion is it's messed up that Eminem couldn't be as popular now or would have been gotten the fuck out of here now and he wasn't back then, I don't think that's necessarily wrong that a guy that had the content that Eminem had is like publicly shamed.
No,
That's bad fucking content.
No, we're in a progressive world where there are things like Me Too, Time's Up movement. Like women are not down with that shit. You know, like it used to be. It used to be fine,
But
it
yeah.
used to be like swept. Not fine, but
But in general,
I'm talking about creative avenues,
Right.
like what you were talking about, comedy and things like that.
Yeah.
We're in a dangerous time right now where we're starting to become very like strict on what you can find funny and what you can't.
Here's where I'll go with you. I hate when I don't want to take it to the extreme because there's certain cases that call for it, but not as many as are out there. I generally don't like when something happens and someone gets absolutely publicly shamed and gotten the fuck out of there.
Tiger Woods.
In rare occasions, maybe it's called for, but not nearly as much as it happens. Because when they're gotten the fuck out of here, that's it. And even if it's wrong or ends up being false or whatever, or maybe like you said, it's comedy and it's not even like a real thing, it shouldn't happen. Because it shouldn't happen. They shouldn't be gotten rid of in the public eye.
Mm-hmm.
But there are certain things that you shouldn't co-sign either. Like if someone is like we make fun of some of these new age rappers, right? Mm-hmm. And their content and their whatever. Because I have matured
Mm-hmm.
and I'm older, if someone came out rapping right now about the shit that Eminem used to rap about,
Right.
I cut this bitch's leg off and rape her in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
I would be sitting up here right now making fun of this dude, getting him the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Okay, just based off of you saying that, like that's a very like not specific statement because what I'm talking about
I feel like
is
it's very specific.
No, because what I'm talking
If
about
Eminem
is the way
came out right now and said the content he did back then,
the way
we would be on this podcast.
The
making
way
fun of
that
him.
Eminem did it though is creative.
How?
Listen to his fucking music.
It is definitely creative. It's like The Relapse. The Relapse is incredible. Dags will tell you that's like one of his favorite.
I fucking hate The Relapse.
And people hate The Relapse because it's so like, what the fuck is this type shit? Like,
I take back saying how to Eminem shit being creative. Obviously, it's creative. I love old Eminem.
the
music.
dude
Right.
can rhyme.
Yes.
Dude, like
but
the dude
also-
can fucking rhyme.
But because he rhymes "rape a bitch in the woods" with another phrase cleverly, does it make it?
yes,
cool?
that's
No.
the reason why he even did it.
But the thing
in
is,
the day, back in the
that-
day,
you think that
that's
makes
when
it cool.
The public accepted it.
Right.
His fans accepted it. But the thing is,
We're
if
not so different
if
than
you
back
are
in the
working-
day.
If you're working for the public, like these like entertainers are, if your crowd doesn't support your shit, that's it. That's just how it is. Like if your crowd is moving forward and you're not, it is what it is.
That's where I'm going.
So-
I like that you just said.
So
that.
I agree with you. It is becoming a more sensitive world. It is.
Yes.
It is. That is a fact.
but that is the public,
But that is the way.
and
it's
that is
going.
what an
And
entertainer is
so
aiming for.
If you want to be successful and reach your fans, you have to either adjust to that or you can do.
So
whatever-
yeah. So back to your original point.
No.
Are we becoming quote unquote too sensitive? Whatever. Are we becoming more sensitive? Absolutely.
sensitive.
The general
Too
public
is
is
arguable.
becoming more sensitive as for a fact, and that is resulting in less of that type of thing being okay. Is it good or bad? Good in some ways, bad in some ways.
Here's the only thing that I will say to that is the sensitive part that we're moving to, and being progressive and everything like that, is that we are appealing to small groups of people. for the big norm. And when you do that, comedy does not exist. Because you can't make any sort
Agreed.
of you can't make any sort of like
Agreed.
presumption on any sort of small group of people.
Who's the small group now though? That's what I'm wondering.
It doesn't matter. It could be.
Are you saying the sensitive or the insensitive?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
because I feel like it has changed. Like, yes, we're becoming a more sensitive world. So the more sensitive is the majority.
I would agree with you.
And the less sensitive is the minority.
I would agree with you
today.
Or it's way more 50-50 than it used to be.
Think of remember Rick Ross's line, "Drop Molly off in a drink, I ain't even know it." Like, I feel like that was almost like a start of like people like,
and bro,
nah,
that would have been,
you can't have that. And
10 years before that, that would have been one of the lamest.
But is that okay?
That's arguable.
Right.
Okay.
I don't like
preference.
it. I don't like it. I don't like where we're headed personally.
I'm cool with some of it because it's pros and cons to everything. It's pros and cons to everything.
Here's the thing.
Finish.
You can't have a Harvey Weinstein without a movement, like some shit happening like that. Like a bunch of quote unquote sensitive people
are bringing some fucked up shit to light.
That's what I'm saying. So it was okay before, and we used to be however before.
They're bringing some fucked up shit to light, but they're also like shedding light on shit that doesn't need and killing some things that don't deserve to be killed.
Right.
So there's yin and yang.
You can put it in your music still, and people still have like all types of crazy ass lyrics still. So you can still do that, but it's just with the monster mainstream people like Eminem, or you can't do that because you have businesses, corporations. They only care about the money, and they know if most of the people that pay them the money don't fuck with whatever content, then they are losing. So that's why people get dropped. And like, I get your point. I do get it.
But to go a step further of the business thing.
Yeah.
I believe the only reason the businesses care is because of the social media groupthink public outcry that can kill people. I don't think the businesses necessarily give a fuck about like if you have some like the Molly in her drink line from Ross. Yeah. I don't think the businesses are like, oh my goodness, I heard that, we have to drop him. No. But they're like, as soon as it becomes a shitstorm.
Yeah, when it affects the bottom line.
Yes.
When it affects the bottom line, that's when corporations and shit care.
Yeah.
That's
and shit like that, I'm on the side of to take that Rick Ross line because it's something a little less extreme.
Yeah, than murder.
Yeah. To take that Rick Ross line, I am of the mindset of if you don't like it, don't listen to it. That's where I'm at. Same thing with comedy. You take any line of comedy, because I look at all art in a similar light. You write a song, you write a comedy sketch. Like any comedy that like a line that you listen to 90% of it is offensive to someone. Fat jokes, racial jokes, women jokes,
which are all getting the fuck out of here.
Religion jokes. It just depends on who gets the most offended and gets them the fuck out of here. Like this person could be making religious jokes about Jews their whole career and nobody has any backlash. All of a sudden they make a religious joke about Catholics and a Catholic gets super offended and everyone jumps on the bandwagon and it becomes a shitstorm.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
But we are in a time where everyone has an opinion and everyone gets to share their opinion.
And that's where it's a slippery slope. Because you can I don't want to shut anyone up either.
Right. But that's the thing though, is everyone's like, oh, I gotta let you know how I feel about that. Why? No one gives a fuck.
You can fucking let me as much as you fucking want. You can fucking tell me how you feel till the cows come home. I don't have to care.
Right, but like, isn't what you're saying though? You're sick of everyone telling you how they feel though, because you're saying
no. I'm sick of
because that's essentially what groupthink becomes. Is like 50,000 people telling you what they think.
I'm sick of the step forward of
the businesses.
That's part of it. Yeah, for sure. Is just because someone feels this way and it aligns with not to go back to our last podcast of media, but like it aligns with the media's agenda, and it's just great, like Twitter bait and everything like that. That all of a sudden a feeling or a opinion becomes social media law, and therefore everyone should feel this way is wrong to me. That is not okay.
Yeah, I think that's
We
a
got
few
a bunch
different
of-
things though in there.
It's just people are sheep, man. It's
Yes.
It's incredible.
Yes.
It is incredible.
And social media makes it very difficult for the general public to not be. Dude, I even catch myself sometimes being like, dude, go back to let's take this full circle. Go back to the Drake and Pusha beef. I'll catch myself seeing like a random tweet from somebody I respect, their opinion, and I'll be like, no matter what I thought before, I'll be like, oh, and it's not even like some intellectual like, oh, I didn't think of that. It's just like someone I respect. I thought Drake was winning the beef, and this is just hypothetical. I'm not saying that. And somebody I respect says, oh, Pusha's killing this. Right away I'll be like, oh.
Like, is he killing?
Yeah, I guess he is. Like, that's fucking think for yourself,
Right,
Packy. What the fuck?
right.
Like, so I'm not saying I'm exempt to this shit, but I don't. But the thing is, I don't go fucking type everything that crosses my fucking mind either.
No.
Like some people do.
And it's okay as well to hear an idea, think about it, and it's the wise man that
It's
hears
tough,
an
yes.
idea and does not accept it as their own.
Yes.
You can listen to other people's opinions.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
shape it.
I don't
Shape
fuck
it.
with that, but you can
Or
have
I could
that.
take aspects of it and,
Right,
and
exactly.
literally just be like,
But-
okay, this
but
is.
that seems like too much to ask from a lot of people to
Tons
use your
of
brain
people.
and like nuance. You know what I'm saying? You can like,
Right.
I never thought about that. I don't really agree with that, but that's cool.
and to not interject it onto other people too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
The
to
only
not
person-
shame people into like believing what you believe. That's
Literally.
fucked up. That is what Twitter is.
But the only person in this great world that can fucking do all that bullshit is the goddamn 45 and not have.
Oh, I
fucking
thought you were about to say
consequences for it. No, less than 5'4", 4'5", then 6, 45. He's the only one that can get away with fucking talking all types of reckless shit and not get the fuck up out of here. So no one forget that shit. You can't do it. Only the fucking president.
That is real.
So
Well-
NBA Finals tonight.
Oh shit, we didn't even touch on the finals. We had two topics today: Drake, Pusha, and the NBA Finals. And what have we talked for an hour about?
We talked about.
Will it be over?
I will say we had some seamless transitions there between some random topics. Normally we got to go through a topic is finished and Moe-T going, duh. Yeah, throw some sound effects in there.
You know what I think it is? I think it's a little sippage. Get a little.
I think that turned up the
Free-flowing.
volume for me. I was very passionate about this podcast today.
That's real.
I was screaming into the mic.
Fuck that! You're wrong.
Fuck that! It's Pusha season.
Can we get predictions to when Drake will actually drop?
If and when. Is there any of us here that thinks
If and
he will
when?
not
Yeah, that's
respond?
true. That's true.
Or should not respond?
Does anyone think that he won't respond?
I don't think he'll respond.
You don't?
He fucking better respond.
Nah.
The thing, if he doesn't respond, he lost.
But he'll
He'll count his losses.
He'll still
You
win.
think like if he continues it, it might get worse, so he'll drop it here. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what he can possibly do to inflict the cuts that Pusha did to him. Like unless he's like,
I'd be a big because Drake. That's what's
Yeah, but
that's
people
what's
were thinking that before Pusha dropped. Is Drake
people
killed
thought-
him?
Yeah, that's true.
What could Pusha?
That's true.
What could Pusha say?
a lot of times too, like if you know you're clean and you feel comfortable with fucking exposing somebody else, I don't know.
That's the
I
that's,
doubt he's
that's the
clean.
messed up thing about Drake.
No one's clean.
That's the thing about Drake though is he was undefeated.
And he was,
And he is
quote-unquote
undefeated
clean.
because he hasn't lost this.
Right.
He's undefeated, bro.
But he's never been down.
He's been on top for a decade.
Yeah.
He had one major, quote unquote major beef. It was with Meek Mill. He
Destroyed
murked him.
It was ridiculous.
And he's undefeated, bro. And now he's losing for like the first time
And
ever.
that's why I guess he looks really bad because I've never seen him look
Yeah.
like this for it. I'm like,
But that's why I
damn.
just cannot see him not respond. He's not just gonna be like, well, here's my first L of my career.
Well-
he's got to try.
What
He's
made
gonna
me
respond.
think that he's not gonna respond like directly is, bro. Honestly, the statement about the blackface. It seemed like to me that was just like that was the biggest issue of everything he said because he was already gonna roll out the kid. He was already gonna do all that shit allegedly.
Yeah.
So it feels like to me that the squad came and put this statement together. It was like Like, we got to clean this up. This is the fucking big fish right here.
I agree with that.
Like, that's
but
the
then I
biggest
think it
problem.
was like, let's get this out of the way. Now let's get back to the.
Bro, I'm thinking like
This shit.
because people we're in such a microwave.
Oh, yeah.
Like we're talking about the music. It's just so fast. And we're talking about Pusha T right now. Bro, next week, like let's say Drake doesn't say anything. People like, oh, it's over. But then like a week, 2 weeks later, maybe until he rolls out his whole album.
But I was gonna say, even think about this. Say Drake doesn't respond, right? Drake's album comes out in June, and there's nothing about it on there. What's all the like? Because if Drake hasn't responded by the time his album comes out, everyone's gonna be thinking there's gonna be something about Pusha on this, and there's not. No matter it, like his album better be fucking amazing, or people are gonna be like, "Damn, he just bowed out of that one."
I think he'll still do dumb numbers. He's still Drake.
He will, but that goes back to
no.
what I was texting you
Yeah.
about. Drake's gonna be Drake. Drake's a pop star.
Yeah.
Drake's gonna be Drake. But where will he? How will he look to the hip hop world?
The hardcore hip hop,
Yes.
because there's a lot of stans, like not the fans, the stans that are like, burr,
Yeah.
burr, like they will ride.
The messed up thing is Drake has so many fans that 75% of Drake's fans have no idea what this Pusha T beef is.
Who the fuck is Pusha T?
They like listening to One Dance.
They all think he's clout chasing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
some old head
That's
trying to get
that's
on, like,
crazy.
your album's out and now you're trying to.
But that's the majority.
Yes.
So Drake will be fine.
He'll be fine.
I'm just saying in the hip like I'm concerned about the hip hop world.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has to respond to cement his or to keep his standing in hip hop.
If I'm going off of my this is all planned thing,
Yeah, you're still on that, huh?
no, I
like it. I like
I
it.
am.
Yeah,
I am.
it doesn't sound.
This
crazy.
is my prediction is the album cover was planned. He wanted to get that statement out there to save his face.
He
so
might as
he
well
was,
make money on it?
He was in control. No. It's not even a money thing. It's like a hip hop clout thing. Like it's always a money thing, always. But just setting that aside, he wants to be in control of that situation. So he wants to get that out of the way. He's going to respond because he
Wait. Go back to what you're talking about.
what?
Because if it's not, it has to be 100% money. What is you're like, he wants to be in control. Just because, like, if under your assumption, if he okayed the blackface photo, how the hell is he in control of that? How is that like a good thing other than money? For him?
Because he's in control, or else it gets
What is
exposed.
control?
It gets exposed elsewhere.
Right, but how could elsewhere other than money be worse than what this is?
I think anybody who put this shit out is bad. Like that is
Right, like-
exposed.
Wait. Okay, so I'm
Answer this.
confused.
Answer
I'm
this.
confused.
Answer this.
I don't-
Give me a scenario.
I'm confused.
And leave money out of it. Give me a scenario that this picture comes out and it's
benefits
worse.
No. Drake.
And it's worse for
We
Drake
need to
than
we
what
need
this
to
is.
take a step back because I'm super confused after.
You can't answer my question.
No. I'm super confused after this explanation. Why is it super bad still?
Because the picture's still there.
it's like,
you
look at
can't-
it.
You can't explain that away. I don't care,
I disagree.
dude. I can only tell you from my perspective,
Which
as
is-
a black man.
That's part of the reason I wanted to get you on the
cannot
pod.
Explain
Wait.
that away. You can't.
Okay.
A black man in blackface
Okay.
is not acceptable in any form. Not
Okay.
like Spike Lee did a movie called Bamboozled, and that was about the plight of black Hollywood actors.
Yeah.
They were black in blackface, but like Drake, his explanation of like artistic and I'm trying to bring awareness to the plight of like the black actor and shit. Dude, no, you're not, because where was it? When have you ever said anything about any of that stuff? It literally took for this picture to be exposed for him to explain why he took this picture. So you are explaining why you took this picture, telling me in your explanation that your intention of taking this picture was to bring awareness to unfair things.
What year did they say that was? 2007. So he was popping then, right?
That was when his mixtape shit came. But it doesn't.
No, that was
matter.
at the very beginning.
It doesn't
Because-
matter when.
Okay, but my
I disagree because what I will say is mentalities change. Like, think about how it's exactly what we were just talking about. I don't think the same way that I thought back in 2007. I am not the same person.
I wasn't even going to go with the thinking, but and I'm saying this in like, because obviously your opinion matters more than
That's
my
11
opinion does on
years.
this
Holy
shit.
shit.
But okay, so he does that shit in 2007. He actually feels that way and does this as an art thing, okay? He's not nearly as poppin' as he is now, okay, right? His music shit takes off. That shit doesn't become anything. Why would he ever like address that until now?
Well, that's the thing. If he said that he did this, like, okay, to do that, that's extreme.
Yes.
So that means that you really care about the issue. That
You would think so.
You would think so. So that means that you would probably like talk about it once.
So
maybe like,
not to cut you off, but at the very least then, which is where I can definitely get on board, is at the very least, he took the blackface thing too lightly. Like, he did it for a specific thing and then just moved on and was like, whatever.
Well, I can't see him. I don't see you doing it for a specific thing and then moving on. I don't think you did it for that reason. If you can just, oh, I just did it for this class project.
Can we play a hypothetical though? Because I'm like very curious as to like, if we were to play the hypothetical game, what would he have done it for? Do you really think that he's racist?
No, that's not what it's about. Drake has identity issues. He doesn't know if he's a black person or a white person. He's said this all the time. So at that time, him putting on blackface was used by white people to
I get what blackface is.
I'm going to explain it to the viewers.
Yeah.
Fuck, minstrel shows is what they were called. White people would put on black paint and do these extravagant dances and act like black people. And then you'd get black people to get up there and do shuck and jive, buck dance, do whatever for money to entertain the white people. So Drake putting on blackface is incredibly problematic just in the black community, because that is him literally saying, I don't know who I am. Should I do this for the white people? And like he had the whole, it was exactly how they used to be. Like, so yes, people's mindsets change and things like that, but still like racism is still alive and well as ever. And that shit, like, especially in the climate that we're in now, where people being more woke, as they say, that shit ain't gonna slide.
Do you think the Spike Lee thing was okay?
Yes.
What makes him different?
It was a movie. It was a movie in portrayal of, it was like an entire thing. Like you saw how they did this. He explained it. It was explained through the entire movie.
But based off of Drake's explanation, that's the same.
But that's where I go back to
Drake's
Drake
explanation.
Drake didn't take it.
No, he didn't
as seriously as he should have.
Spike Lee had has intentions of, this is about.
And Drake could have, but Drake could have. But if you're gonna put on the blackface, you got to make it clear.
Drake is known for not saying shit about anything social. You know what I'm saying?
And you're saying if you're gonna go to the extent of putting on blackface, you better make it clear why you're putting on blackface.
I'm going off what you're telling me. You're telling me that you did this to do all this stuff, but it's like you haven't done anything else.
Wait. Okay, not to interrupt. Not to interrupt. But what I'm hearing is, because of his explanation now and his actions since 2011, we are judging his intent in 2011 in 2007 based off of everything that he did after 2007.
No. My personal opinion, I don't care what the fuck he says. I don't care why you did it. It's, to me, that shit is not cool. And I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
I just don't understand.
And you won't. You will not.
Right.
You can't.
That's why I said. That's why I wanted to get you on and talk, like, because we talked last week. We talked about like a few racial things, and Dags was on the podcast. It was like the Kendrick N-word shit.
Yeah.
And I have my own opinions. I feel like just because I'm white, I'm allowed to have an opinion on that shit.
Yeah.
But I still feel weird having a conversation about the N-word and blackface and stuff with 2 or 3 white guys. Like, I want your opinion.
Yeah.
So like I'm glad
I
to have
appreciate it, because that, I feel like, is a problem, is that a lot of people think they get it, but they don't. You have no fucking idea. People don't even know what blackface is. So like, how can you possibly like equate the feelings of that to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just, to me, the statement wasn't even real. So like, I have a problem with the statement. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it literally sounded like he had some execs come together and like try to be like him, but it doesn't sound like anybody young, hip, Drake. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like execs.
I just really
Cleaning
want to
up a
know
problem.
what the intent was then.
That's my thing. Like his intent was to be artistic and to he says to
No.
draw-
I know what he said it was, but I want to know like what if people are really upset about it, there has to be a thing in your head that his intent had to have been something malicious at that point.
I don't think so. I think he was trying to be artistic. I think he was trying to do essentially what the message was saying.
So despite
So you're
I
just
don't
saying he
give a
shouldn't
fuck.
have? He just shouldn't have?
despite him trying to do a
That's his
Spike
idea.
That makes sense.
Lee-esque
That makes sense.
thing, he didn't do it in the right way. Therefore, he shouldn't have done it at all.
Dude, and he had a Jim Crow t-shirt and hoodie on. You know what I'm saying? So like, again, people don't even know what that fucking is, and that's insane.
So tell me if this is wrong. If you're gonna go, like, blackface is a big fucking deal.
Huge.
If you're gonna do it, I better know why.
Bro,
Is that what you're saying?
I guess.
And to our knowledge, these are just photos that are floating around. We don't know why, and now when it came out, now we quote unquote know why.
Well, and
so
my thing
that's
is-
so you're saying you don't do something that extreme if I don't already know why the fuck
Well,
you did it.
why has it been getting taken down? Why is he trying to get it off the internet? If
Well,
it's,
but you know why?
I
Because if
know
anybody
why.
just
Because
sees it
it's
without an
terrible.
explanation,
But the thing is, that's the fucking thing. You don't need an explanation. Like some things you don't have to have like context for, honestly. And it sounds crazy, but like literally nothing Drake could have said. Nothing. There's nothing he could have said that would have made that acceptable. It's like, okay,
not to
I see what you were doing.
but just because I'm genuinely interested.
Yeah,
to
I'm like super interested.
No.
What if you would have seen a clip of Spike Lee's movie and like you wouldn't say the same thing then? You wouldn't be like, that's just not okay. Period.
No, okay, Drake. I've been seeing Drake. I've been listening to Drake
Right.
for 100 years,
Right.
and
So you feel like you have an idea of what Drake stands for. You have an idea of what Spike Lee stands for. So you have that backing of where they're each coming from.
and not even necessarily what they stand for, because I don't really know.
Right.
You know, you really base what they
Yeah,
base
that's
off
true.
what
They're
they put out there.
celebrities, yeah.
And what does Drake put out there? That is like not. That is affecting like
He's not known
like,
as
real
some like
shit.
pro-black.
Even in like one of his latest like one of those some time o'clock freestyles where he's like, you know, like I'd like to talk about kids getting killed or some like he like threw a tiny.
I know what you're
little,
talking about.
It was two
It was
bars.
it was the New York one.
Yes. So my thing is this. Okay, so we listen to Drake for all this time. He doesn't
Yeah.
say anything about anything like that. Fine, do your thing. Because he's like the most popular person in the world. So he has to appease a bunch of different people. You can't just like be pro-black and expect to make the money that Drake's making. So my thing is, Drake has been this person for this entire time of, you know, sleeping with other bitches, like fiancés. Drake's a grimy motherfucker. Even with beef, he'll go to your fucking ex and start banging them. That's his shit. So money, bars, whatever. Nothing like real, I should say. Like
Yeah, he's a very material, superficial rapper.
absolutely.
Yes.
So then a picture is exposed of you in some like real shit about some real shit. And then like now you're explaining to me after all this time that what you really were trying to do back then was
this
like,
really deep
this like
fucking
social, this like positive thing.
And that
It's like,
doesn't
okay,
match up with what you
why
said.
haven't you fucking done any
I
of that
get
shit
that.
now?
I get that.
But even if that was the thing, it's like
So you're not saying his explanation is invalid or
no,
wrong. You're just saying I don't give a fuck.
I think that
Too late.
he didn't write this. I think that his intention was to be artistic and do, maybe it was to do the plight of whatever. I get it. But like the idea isn't worth
The image.
No, it's not.
Okay.
In my personal opinion.
No,
it's just my opinion.
Can I throw a hypothetical out just so that
Throw
we
it
can
out
close it? Just so I can
Yeah,
have
'cause
a
we
little
need to
bit more.
close this.
Yeah, just so I can have a little bit more understanding. Is let's just say I'm black
That's a big hype.
as a well. Let's say I'm you, like whatever.
Even bigger.
How dope is that shit?
So if like when we were doing music back in the day and like what we started in 2009 and we were going to college and I being black was like I did the same thing Drake did. And I was super like social conscious. Video and audio weren't as accessible back in that day. Let's not forget, like everyone didn't know how to use Pro Tools and everything like that. Like, and everyone didn't have Final Cut and fucking
we got
iMovie on their computers. So, I did a school project based off of this, and we did a simple photo, and it got stored somewhere and whatever. And my presentation was awesome. I had all the right things that I was saying, and only those people in that class would ever know that that happened. Other than the only proof in that class was being that photo. Take it to 2018, I become a rap superstar, and I decide that I just want to rap about bitches and hoes. And that's the reason that I became a rap superstar at that point.
Yeah.
So my question is, like, yes, I gave up the plight per se to like do the social conscious type of stuff, to do the very like superficial, like whatever type of stuff. Is that wrong?
Because you're saying when you did that shit, you did mean it, but you just changed.
Well,
it's not even that I changed. It's just that my avenue of being well known and what people think they know me as has changed for sure. But that's not necessarily me. That's just what you think is me.
Yeah. Well, I would say, first of all, you be pulling up some Google images, not taking my fucking pictures or painting my face black in college, doing a project. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that I think that's
if you were socially conscious, you would not fucking do that. That's the thing. That's the thing.
That's why I'm wondering though, is if this is like
the only thing I will say to you though on that is I have confusion then if you stand there, you would never do it, and that's the difference. I can get behind that. I don't understand why you're okay with Spike Lee doing it then.
It's just a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's like literally a portrayal of a bunch of actors doing that in real life. Like they actually had to go
so it's literally
it's like a real thing. Like blackface is a real thing. And
I got
black people
so
performing
it's literally blackface
by black people.
Gotcha.
And this it really happened like that.
Right.
It's like a real thing.
It's like literally portraying historical shit.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. But getting back to what I was saying is no. But just one more detail. One more detail is, so this photographer that took it, like, he might not have posted it like anywhere. Like this guy could have been like fucking 18.
It was on his website.
No. Recently on his website. We don't know when he actually put it on his website. No one does. Actually, people have tried to figure that out, and no one has been able to do that.
It's not there anymore. I'll tell you that.
Well, I know, and that's what my conspiracy is kind of telling me, that everybody's in on this. But anyway, this might have not been on the internet until somewhat of a recent time that no one was aware of. Like, let's just say the photographer, like literally a month ago, if this wasn't planned, posted it like 4 months ago or something like that, and then all of a sudden Drake became aware of it. Like,
what's your point though?
My point is that you are not in control.
Yeah, but Q answered your question. He was like,
no. He was saying that he would Google image search and figure out like if there was anything.
No, he said you wouldn't catch him doing a group project and putting blackface on.
Right.
Period.
It's like if I were to do a group project, I'd be using images of other people instead of myself. Or you were being me in that instance in your college class doing that project, doing the.
He's like, as soon as someone says, "Hey, let's do blackface and make a statement," Q's saying no.
But it was Drake's idea, is what the photographer.
No,
or whatever.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. So literally, what we're saying is that like no matter what, that it's just bad. Like, no matter the intent, no matter like anything like that, you just can't do that.
For me personally, you cannot do that. Even when white people do that shit on Halloween, you can't do that.
No, I get the white people.
But
I get the white people.
It's the same. That's what I'm saying. Why as a black person would you put on blackface? That's what I'm saying. Unless
literally just to make a statement. Like that would be
truly
it.
Confused. Unless you really don't know, like really, like that's what I'm saying. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
I understand. And honestly, this is why I'm happy to have you on, because to be honest,
because we get why white people should not wear blackface.
Well, yeah, for sure.
But what I'm saying is, like, as a black person,
Drake's statement made sense to me. I was like,
yeah, it made sense to me
because
too.
I am like, okay, if I like to judge people off their intent. So if Drake put on blackface, and this is me before talking to you, if Drake put on blackface and he really wanted to portray what he thought he did, which I have no reason to believe he didn't.
That's what I think he did.
Yeah, and if he really, like, my thought was, okay, is it a bad look? Yeah, but if that was your intent, then who am I to say bad you for doing it? But you as a black man have much more of a connection to blackface than I do. It affects you in a completely different way than it does me. And if you're saying from jump, no matter what, just don't fuck with that shit, then I can get on board.
I didn't realize, regardless of intent, that no matter what skin color or whatever, that was not a good thing.
Bro,
I didn't realize.
If I intended to build you a really good house and I forgot to put all the shit in there and it fucking collapsed on you, is that fine?
Yeah.
I intended to do well.
Yeah.
But no, you fucked up.
Right. You fucked up. Like, you're not gonna crucify his character, but he fucked up.
And it will then affect you going forward.
Yes.
I then am looking at you a little differently. I'm not going to be like, dude, I'm never going to listen to Drake ever again.
Gotcha.
Like some Kanye shit, if some old Kanye comes up, cool. I am not listening to one new Kanye song. I am so done with that dude. I don't care. What? He fucked up.
Drug dealing aside,
I didn't know.
Goose right in the side. Let's have a heart to heart about your pride. Even
This
though
has
you're
been
I see that you're
wide
sold
range,
on
not
the
wide
gold.
ranging, but like we were lighthearted, beef, whatever. We got into some serious topics. I think it was all good conversation.
Yeah.
No,
And we still
I got a
talk
lot of
about
shit
the
cleared
finals.
up.
We didn't talk about the finals. What
It's on
time is
TV.
it? That shit starts in 1 minute.
Have we been talking for 3 hours?
Hour and a half. Solid.
Dope. All right, what are we outroing to?
There's not much to talk about with the finals anyway. I assume we all got
It's
the
over
Warriors.
in 4, over in 5, over in
Yeah,
6.
I'm.
Oh, Warriors for sure.
I'll take them in 5.
I do feel, not to extend this conversation, but you know that when everyone knows that someone's going to win, you know, it just so happens sometime. That
Like Drake?
That's why I'm giving him one game.
Injury could happen.
That's why I'm saying 5 games. I do think the Iggy shit hurts, but I'm not one of those whack ass people that looks at the Warriors injuries and says their 5th best player is hurt, so it's going to affect them. But like Kevin Love being out for Game 7 doesn't affect the Celtics or the Cavs. Like everyone's dealing with something.
Right.
As long as, you know, Steph and Durant are okay,
What?
I'm not going to make an excuse
Clay.
for Iggy being out. Like, deal with it.
I mean, because who does Cleveland have? LeBron James.
Yeah. And
This
is
supporting
Kevin
cast.
Love back?
I think he's out too.
No, he's out.
For
He's out.
tonight, yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Good luck, Bron.
Yo, if
I
he
mean-
wins this shit,
Yeah. If you want to look at a positive for the Cavs, Bron has literally nothing to lose. Like, if he loses this, everyone expected it.
Oh, you guys want to take voicemails real quick?
No.
yeah.
There's only 2.
Yes.
Chill.
Calm down.
Chill.
With it. Snip, snip, snip. And you don't really want it with them. Surgical Summer Volume 1.
40 hunched over like
We gonna take this slow. We just gonna peel it back layer
right.
by layer.
Voicemail. No.
Daytona.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, Pack and Mo. I got a question. This is Nathan from Rockford, Illinois.
What up?
Good,
And I was just
Nathan.
wondering, from the song Forever Feels, you guys bring up that when you guys were growing up, you had these 2 friends that you would talk about
I don't think I said 2.
growing up, making music and all that stuff. I was wondering if that was just a hypothetical or if that was a true story based on some friends, and I was wondering whatever happened to those 2 friends, and if anything,
People
did it make out anything of them, or is it, or anything like that? And is there any other stories kind of similar to that? Thanks so much for the podcast and continue making great music. Hope you guys continue to see all the success that you have and prosper.
Thank you, Nathan.
Good looking
Thanks.
out.
I appreciate this question because I've actually gotten this a few times, and I haven't listened to this song in a long time. So,
Did you even write it?
There's a 1% chance I could be wrong, but I'm glad to clear this up because I've gotten questions before. Are you talking about Green Scheme on Forever Feel? No,
And you say yes.
What did you say?
And then you
I just talk
say-
about like in general, like the theme is like you know, friends that I grew up with that looked at the music shit a certain way and didn't want to be a part of it because early on it was like, you know, you had to get over a lot of hurdles to actually be respected in that shit. And it was, you know, you're the, oh, my friend raps type shit. Dude. But I had, you know, I had close friends that didn't want to be associated with it at all, which that's their prerogative, but whatever. And yeah, I talk about that shit. I don't recall ever saying two.
No.
Because at no point was I literally thinking about like two people. I got this
black friend, white friend.
Yeah, but yeah, it's definitely like about people in my life, and none of it was like, you know, I'm not friends with those people. It was just like they've never really been part of the music thing, even though they could have been involved in this shit in some form or fashion because they were close with me. But and you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, we're also friends.
Yeah, it wasn't Green Scheme.
I'm hunched over like I'm 80.
Green Scheme was in this shit. Like, and he didn't say Green Scheme, but the two thing makes me think about that. And I've gotten the Green Scheme question before. It's like you guys were in the trenches with us, like quite the opposite of the sentiment I share on Forever Feel.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to clear that up.
Dope.
Hey, what up? It's Jared from Reno, Nevada.
Yo.
Thanks for the time on the podcast with Marcus. And my question for this week's podcast is going to be, do you guys wear what you wear for that day based on the weather or what you want to wear? Because me, I always wear hoodies and jeans no matter how hot or cold it is that certain day. So thank you guys. And see you on the podcast.
That's pretty funny.
That is hilarious. Yeah, I feel that.
I don't.
Yeah, I feel that. I like hoodie and shorts myself, no matter the weather. That's ideal clothing for me.
Dude,
personally.
hoodie and shorts is dope.
God, it's the best.
If it's 90 degrees, you ain't wearing no hoodie.
No,
Be real.
if I had to choose the perfect weather, it would be
but that's not
weather.
what he asked.
So yes, we do dress to the weather.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Well, who the fuck doesn't?
That's what he asked.
He doesn't.
And you guys were like, I
lives
feel
in
that.
Nevada.
Get the fuck out of here. He
was
does.
like,
That's a fucking lie.
Nah, man.
You guys were like, I feel him. I feel him.
I feel you.
Of course we dress for the weather.
Do your own thing, boy.
Who the fuck does not dress
Do
for
your
the
own
weather?
thing, boy. Don't listen
That
to
is
these
fucking
sheep.
bullshit.
Don't listen to these sheep. Do your own thing.
This dude was on his phone asking the question, just fucking sweating profusely in Phoenix, Arizona.
So I don't dress for the weather, but I fucking hate my life.
Yo, do your thing, boy. Appreciate you.
No, that's like I fucking golfed with Tony the other day. He's like, he was wearing shorts, and he goes, "This is the first time in 2 years that I've worn shorts on the golf course." Yeah.
What's up, SoundCloud? This is Kaylani.
Yeah, he wears jeans.
Do you what?
Yeah.
On the golf course?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He wears like dark jeans that look like dress pants, but they're not.
And y'all walk.
He comes straight from work most of the time.
Okay. That's
So,
amazing.
but he's like, I'm so used to that shit that it's dope that Packy cuts me off all the time on this podcast.
Drake's coming back with some fire.
Is this that new Drake?
I don't care what you guys say. He's coming back with some fire.
No, he's coming back for sure.
Adonis is about to drop the next diss record.
Although I don't think so. I hope so.
Because this is all calculated.
Is Adonis going to drop the next track?
Like, he's about to be the next.
He's about to be sampled.
Assad?
Yeah, Assad. Kind of sounds like Assanis.
Yep, Drake's got a bitch on Assad.
Got a baby on the way. We need to figure out that song. Drake.
Oh,
Young Thug. And I'm convinced I made sacrifices. I've been balling ever since.
oh,
It's like a freaking warm weather beat.
dude, I wanted to ask you guys. Wait. Ice Melts? No.
Is that what it's
Who'd
called?
you say it was?
Drake, Young Thug, and Young Thug goes second.
I don't know.
I'm talking. Oh my god. Okay, I'm looking it up, y'all. I'm looking it up. This shit's gonna drive me insane.
It's not Ice Melts? Maybe.
Is that what it's called? Because
More Life?
It was on More Life.
I think it's Ice Melts.
All right, so new spec gear coming on Monday.
Yo, it's fire. I saw
Hey!
it. It's fire. I saw it.
What do you guys think about Drake dropping I'm Upset and saying never going 50-50 with no hoe? And
Oh, let's rate I'm Upset 1 to 5.
Yo, real quick, it's sacrifices.
Who says 1 to 5?
Sacrifices.
Because you have to.
oh,
Wait, what?
And you literally said that word.
Oh
Sacrifice.
shit!
You literally said that
Oh
word.
shit!
God, Okay. Anyway,
1 to 5.
Who ranks it from 1 to 5?
Because it's just easier. 2.
I'd say.
Well, it's not easier. That's why
I was
I did
literally
it.
gonna say 3.
3?
Yeah. Like I'll play it, but it doesn't
Just
do
'cause
anything
it's Drake?
for me. Yeah.
Just because it's new Drake.
Yeah. And that's a perfect
That's what sets it
example.
apart for me. Yeah. I played it like 4 times. Okay, here's how fucked up I am about Drake.
Try to make you.
I literally
gotta
played that
this.
shit when it came out like 5 times in a row. And then when we were playing in the Scramble, I played it literally as I was in the shower, as I changed, and as I was driving to the Scramble. So that must have been like 6 or 7 times.
6.
And then I decided in my head that I was done with it.
It's just really
It's not
fine. It's just fine.
Surface
It's
level
not.
shit.
It's not dope.
That beat is weird, man. It's like
Halloween beat.
I know, kind of like Try Me. Try Me, I said was like a carnival beat. That was the first thing I said when I heard it.
Yeah, that
It's
was
kind of carnival.
I don't think I've ever produced something like that.
If
after.
Drake drops something tonight, we're coming back in here and doing an emergency pod.
Straight up.
Emergency pod.
Bonus track.
All right. Any last words?
Go, Cleveland. Make this a series. I'm not rooting for Cleveland. I'm not rooting for anybody. I don't really.
Yeah,
Make it 7
I'm
games.
rooting for the Warriors because I'm a quote unquote Brown hater. So
Dang. Why? What Brown do to you?
it's not what Brown did to me.
It's what his fans did.
It's
You
what
gotta
the-
you listen to the last podcast.
It's
It's
a
no the
few
the
Two
podcast
podcasts ago.
before.
it's what the Nut Huggers did, dude.
okay.
It's what the Nut Huggers did, and I'm not talking about LeBron fans.
Right.
I'm talking about LeBron Nut Huggers.
There's a difference.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
There's a huge
because the fans got upset with me, and I feel bad because like I don't have a problem with the fans.
Bro, we're Drake
Like
fans.
a LeBron fan,
We're Drake fans.
to me is like almost like KD's weak as fuck. I'm not saying I'm rooting for the Warriors because KD is better than LeBron. No, LeBron Nut Huggers just piss me off.
Do you feel the same way about Brady? Because he has some.
I don't see as many of his. I don't see as many of them
Gotcha.
on my timeline.
That's
So,
real.
They got less games,
Yeah,
That's real.
yeah. I don't. And we're from Michigan, so there's
dude.
a few more of them, but I don't
So
see him
many.
as much as the LeBron.
LeBron James.
I just people make me hate shit, dude. I have certain friends that are Lions fans that make me want to hate the Lions, dude.
Dude, they don't do that to you on their own.
They do, but I still love them.
You got to. 0-16, we come, baby.
All right, this game's about to start.
Y'all.
All right. We're outroing to a oldie.
But goodie, but goodie.
An oldie but goodie.
oldie but a goodie. They're after me, Lucky Charms.
Lot of misses.
We got Green Scheme featuring the Spectators.
Ooh, who them?
And we got Takeoff over here.
Where they at, dude?
Take off.
New Spec Gear Monday. Be on the lookout for that shit.
Can a plug get cleaned up? Filling up my king cup. Scheming on that green stuff. We finna get beamed up. Cloud 9 with a bottom is. Gotta say shame my bottom. Yeah, we say you're proud. You can say it's loud, but I don't know where the volume is. Turning up in this thing. Way back, y'all in that plane. We be the fly guys on a high rise. All of our mind is sane. Moe-T, all in my gang. Hang with a gang, it's chosen all places. With my white boys get wasted. Down to the brown, then off to the races. But you can't catch up. You know that deal, I betcha. Get it right, we watch she left you all alone. Tweeting on your own, saucy throwing pepper. Better watch out, yo, show become my hoe. And get to my home, I work for what she take it off. I break it off, then take off. Take off, take off. Yeah, we bout to take off. Take off, take off. Fuck yeah, we bout to take off. Take off, take off. Yeah, we